My name is Kulimanova Kunduz. My dissertation title is Developing Socio-Cultural Competence of Secondary School Students in Foreign Language Lessons. My advisor is Aybasha Islam. Introduction. I think the development of socio-cultural competence in students is crucial because it applies not only in communicating with peers in multinational schools or multicultural country as Kazakhstan, but also it prepares for adult life where communication and the socio-cultural competence skills employ for adaptation in a foreign environment. Definition. Famous scholar Safonova defines the formation of social competence, by which we mean the complex knowledge of values, beliefs, behavioral patterns, customs, traditions, language and cultural achievements, characteristic of a particular society, and its characteristics occurs in the framework of socio-cultural education and training, that is, in the process of familiarizing the individual to cultural and national traditions of the country of studied language. Background. Socio-cultural competence originated from communicative competence, which defines as background knowledge, cultural awareness, socio-economic status, and other social rules. Mainly, socio-cultural competence was researched by Murcia starting from 1995. Motivation for research. A person from birth performs several functions simultaneously, as developing communication skills, socio-cultural skills, and other skills. It is the main requirements of society, but globalization creates a world in which an increasing number of people are moving all over the world for overseas work or studies. It's impossible to learn foreign language, separately from culture. Students are involved in the culture through learning language of a particular country or nation. Nowadays, it has become not just a desire to work in abroad or to study in most successful universities of the world, but it's a need to possess communication and the socio-cultural competence skills in order to reach aims, in order to find a well-paid job in abroad or even in Kazakhstan for being global citizenship. So the research aims are to determine to what extent English lessons are aimed at developing the socio-cultural competence of students, and to find out the most effective technologies that are used to develop the socio-cultural competence of students. I have two research questions. The first is what teaching materials are guided by the English teachers of secondary school in order to develop the socio-cultural competence of students. That's why what kind of materials, techniques, technologies, methods select and include to their lesson plans in order to develop the socio-cultural competence of students. I mean teachers of English at secondary schools. And the second question is, how do teachers of English language determine the most effective case study and other technologies help the formation of socio-cultural competence of students? Here, it is interesting to know, it is interesting to research how do teachers test the best technique or the best method which really work, which really helps to students to develop their communicative skills. How do they notice what kind of methods are the best, or what kind of case study works really? And results predictably results will be students will be able to predict the possible socio-cultural interference in intercultural communication and how to resolve problems. For example, culture shock, verbal or non-verbal communication, use body language. It is problem. There are differences in body language, in verbal and non-verbal communication in different countries. In order to not feel, to not have culture shock, or use body language appropriately for each country, it is necessary to know. It is necessary to learn beforehand you go to abroad. And the next, students will be able to adapt to foreign environment, skillfully following the canons of the civility, showing respect for the traditions, rituals, and the lifestyle of other cultural society representatives, perception of big C and small c, implementation of self-study in other country, mastering the way of presenting their culture in a foreign environment. And the roadmap. My research will involve both data collection, qualitative and quantitative. I will conduct a survey among students of 9th and 7th and 9th grade students. Then I will use a qualitative data collection where I will interview English teachers who teach in grades 7, 8 in secondary schools, number 184, 181 and 180, Almaty city. And I will questioning students the same grades of secondary schools. Thank you.